Alright, we're going to do animal fur. Today we're going to use a reference picture to actually get the main sketch in. Look at that sketch.
You can't really see it, but it should be light. You shouldn't just, add some big lines on there.
Yeah, you want it to be light, so if you mess up, you want to erase it. And right now we're drawing the lines, the arrows in there that indicate the way the fur lays, and you'll need your reference picture to see this. Alright, now we're going to work on the ear. We keep in mind which way the arrow is pointing and keep looking at your reference photo to see the way the fur lays.
In the photo, the fur on the ear is kind of smooth, so you want it to be smooth in your photo, so don't draw it crazy.
So yeah, it's pretty silky. So you'll see it has kind of a shiny appearance, and we're going to try to get that with our picture. Look at that. Alright, here we're going to use a cover sheet so we don't smear the pencil that we had just laid down and mess it up. We want all the detail we can get.
And you're going to do the same thing on the other ear, because that would make sense.
Yep. Make sure to use lots of lines and make them fan out and look like fur. This one. Alright, in this one, we're doing the muzzle, and we want to keep in mind where the fur lays, keep looking at your reference picture, and do it. We have a little wave in the muzzle fur here, so draw that in there. Use different variations of lines and shade quite nicely. Yeah. When you're doing curly fur, it's harder to find the direction in which the fur lies. So basically, this is the way the fur would go naturally. But with curly fur, you're going to use like scumble to actually get that texture of fur in there. So you'll just kind of we'll take our reference picture. Looks nothing like him, but we're good. And you'll just scumble all this detail in. Okay, I filled all this in now. Now, we're going to do the cheeks, and the fur goes this way from the tear duct and from the eye up around. So it'll go this way. And you just draw short, flared out lines to create the illusion of fur. Use lots of shading while you're doing this as well. So. Now we've got fur. We're done. Look at all these different spectrums of fur, different types of fur. We have long, straight fur with silky patches in it. This white here would be where there's a reflection off the fur. And here we have our scumbling fur where it's like curly and wavy. And here we have some straight muzzle furs and more scumble fur, and we still have to add a little bit more shading, but this is the fur.
Now it's question time. Dun dun dun. Alright. When you're trying to do the softer kind of fur that's silky and smooth, what kind of lines did you use?
Straight, fanned out lines.
Correct. Alright, go.
Do I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Okay. When you want to have curly, fluffy fur, what kind of line do you use?
Scumble.
Scumble.
It gives you a nice texture instead of just silky all over. Because majority of the time that's not how animals look. Alrighty, how do you know which way the fur lays?
Look at that reference picture. Draw your arrows. Keep looking at that reference picture. Alright. How would you make a spot, an area of fur, shiny?
You would make that part of the fur lighter. You would add in those light values like we learned earlier.
And you'd look at your reference picture. Make sure you got it all in there. Just keep looking at that reference picture.
Yeah. How'd you make it darker?
Oh, look at that reference picture and just shade it in there. Shade it. Use your value scale like we talked about the first video.
Yeah.
Do it.